Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your third live hour of the day here at Highlight Crafts. Third live hour it is indeed. Got confirmation of that one. So it is your third live hour of the day, and guess what we've got for you? We have got a back in stock of the Cadence Epoxy Crystal Clear Flood Coat Resin. This stuff is unbelievable. Okay, I'm so excited that we now have it back in stock for you. It's here, and of course you can get hold of this. Now, this actually launched. How rude. Whilst I was on holiday, I couldn't believe it. But I'm so glad the team did it because you couldn't wait any longer. You needed to have it. But it did absolutely sell out straight away. I think almost all of it had gone before the show. And then during the show, that was it. You absolutely ate up all of that resin and it has gone. But we've got it back for you. We have got it back in stock. Now, let's have a little look. I've got a few of you in the comments already joining me this morning. Good morning to each and every one of you. It is wonderful to have your company, and please do stay with us. And we are just experiencing at the moment a little bit of an issue with checking out your baskets, but don't worry, you can still shop during the show. You can add items to your basket. Don't worry, we are going to let you know as soon as any issues that are, of course, currently apparent are resolved for you, okay? And we will of course get that sorted. And as soon as it is sorted, you will be the first to know, okay? So don't worry, you can still shop with us, you can still add to your baskets, you can still put in the comments your shop code comments, all of that sort of stuff. Or of course, as you would usually, shop and allocate all of your items to your basket on the website. But we're just sorting out the checkout process at the moment. Okay, it should be sorted in just a couple of minutes time. Okay, we're working on it. All right, but please just make sure that, don't worry, you can still shop with us. It is all being looked at. All right, but thank you so much for joining us this morning. It's wonderful to have you. I've got a counter filled with absolute fabulousness. It is wonderful. Have a look at this. We've got brand new molds. Some molds have already sold out, okay? You've already been shopping ahead during the evening and you've already checked out those molds. We've got the giant epoxy resin kit on the show as well for you, with micas and a fabulous bundle of wooden trays, which we're going to do a lovely project together in as well. And I've got a whole selection of demonstrations to take you through. So we're going to delve into an hour of resin art where we can really explore the true potential of resin, not only with Cadence, but with our molds and including other mediums that we use on a daily basis here at Highlight Crafts, which is really exciting for you. And I'm sure you're going to love this because I know I most certainly am. So before we get into all of the details of course, our resin that is back in stock and the molds that are going to go with it and everything else, I am going to let you know how to shop with us. It's really quick, it's really easy and simple to get involved with us here at Highlight Crafts. Now, all you need to do is join us either on Facebook or Instagram. You'll find us over on the Highlight Crafts page, and we are streaming live. Now, underneath the live stream video, you will see the comments section, and in that comment section is where you'll all be saying good morning, letting us know what you're up to for the day, maybe letting us know what you're having for your breakfast. Make me hungry if you want to. I rather like it when you do that. And then of course as well, that is where you do your shopping. So you'll see the items rolling on your screen right now. So for example, Shop Snow is on your screen right now, and that is for the snowflake silicone molds. If you want to get these items to your front door, okay, and I'm just going to let you know, a lot of them are limited stock. If you want to get these items home to your front door, all you need to do is type the code that you see on the screen into the comments section, okay? Now, as soon as you type that in, automatically you will receive a direct message, okay? So that message will come straight to your inbox. It will have a reservation and a link in there. All you then need to do is click on the link that we've sent you, and then it will redirect you to the Highlight Crafts page, and then of course you can check out your order. Now, just before you check out your order, please make sure to have a little bit of a browse of the website, have some fun, see what we've got in the outlet, see what the most exclusive and latest deals are that we do have for you available, because of course we release brand new items on a daily basis here at Highlight Crafts, whether it's on our shows or the website, so don't miss out on any of those deals. Once you've had a little shop around, or maybe something else took your fancy during the show and you thought, actually, do you know what, I'm going to go for it. Well, if you're treating yourself today, just before you check out your basket, make sure to log in to your Highlight Crafts account. It's really important you do so because every single price that you see displayed on your screen and also within your basket will come down at checkout when you log in. If you don't have a Highlight Crafts account with us, don't worry, you can create one there and then. It's free, it's quick, it's simple to do. It takes literally like a minute or two, if that. Depends how fast you are on your keyboard. But also, just fill in a few details and you are going to get discounts with every single purchase and order you place with us, so the prices will come down. You're also going to get free postage when you spend £35 and over after those discounts have been taken off. Easily done, I know, right? And also, as well, you're going to build up points. Now, those points are fabulous because you can check every now and again, see how many points you've got. We all do it, whether we've got a loyalty card for a supermarket, we think, oh, okay, that pint of milk's free. Well, you can do that as well. See how many points you've got building up in the background and use those against your purchases. Or you could save them up, maybe saving for a sublimation printer or a sublimation heat press, or maybe it's for a scan and cut. Well, use those points against anything that you want to purchase here at Highlight Crafts, but they build up in the background. Okay, what we're going to do for you is take you straight over to our fabulous Cadence resin. Now, this is, well, my favourite resin we've ever had here, and it's my favourite for quite a few reasons. It is crystal clear. I'm going to grab, just while you're looking at those bottles, I'm going to grab something because this is unbelievable. But I found features with this I've not explored or discovered through other resins. Now, this here is a floral mould that has been cast in the clear Floodco epoxy resin from Cadence. It is like blown glass. It's unbelievable. But once this is cured and set, if you add heat to it, it becomes completely flexible again, and you can remold it around glassware, vases, around candles. I'm going to show you how to do this because it's completely rigid at the moment. You can see there it's solid, it's set, but we're going to make this completely soft, almost like we're crafting with clay. It is unreal. I love this stuff. Now, this is shop medium. They come, of course, it is your Cadence resin medium. You're going to get two 250ml bottles, okay? You're going to get part A and part B, all right? So you're going to get both of those. It is a 1-to-1 ratio, super simple and incredibly easy to mix. This is our most popular size purchased in of your Cadence resin art. It's £29.99. Great price on what could be a brand new craft for you today because you're paying under £30, but you're still going to want to add something into your basket to take advantage of a free postage. Okay, so we're going to come to a few items in a minute, but this particular resin, you can mix in there your alcohol inks, you can use your epoxy dyes, you can of course also use inside there mica powders, glitters, gilding flakes, all of those fabulous substrates and fillers and mediums that we share with you almost on every single show here today. We've got glitters and mica powders on the show for you. We're going to go to those in a minute because they're going to look great inside this. But this particular resin works great not only for your silicone mold. So you can do castings, so whether you want to create embellishments like this, you can do. So it looks great in molds because it goes into the real fine detail, but also it's bubbleless, okay? When you look at this resin, you can see there's absolutely no bubbles in it at all, okay? It is what we call crystal, high resolution, transparent, and it's a gloss coat as well. So it's super sleek, it's incredibly glossy, no need to add any sealer or a top coat on top of this. But what this is also used for, and Cadence love to do this with it, this is the way I learned how to work with it, is that if you've done an acrylic pour, or you've got a wooden tray, or you've got coasters, you flood coat it, so you fill it, and it basically wraps around this outer casing of high gloss enamel, giving it a glazed finish, but also encapsulating whatever artwork is underneath there. So if you're going to work inside a wooden tray, mix up your colours, create a combination of electrifying colours that are all going to blur together in the tray, pour it in there, and then it creates a wonderful piece of art. If you've done an acrylic pour and you want to seal it but add that depth of enamel over the top, you can do. You can also use a blowtorch on top of this. I'm going to do this during the show, which can actually increase cell diffusion inside your resin too, which is really exciting. And it will eliminate any bubbles that you may have added in there during the mixing process. So don't worry, there's always a bit of a safety net with Cadence resin. But you are going to get both bottles. They're going to come together in a box, 2 parts in here. £29.99, shop medium for this one, and it is back in stock for you, okay? Now, we're going to show you a brand new mould that we have here on today's show. This is our silicone mould. It is our Christmas tree. This is fabulous. Now, it's a 3-dimensional Christmas tree. This is going to look so good. Andrew's just said to me as well, this is going to look amazing set in chocolate. That is such a good idea. Why have we not made a chocolate one? I'm making a chocolate one. Right, so what it comes with is the base here, and it comes with the insert. So basically, when you've made it, you'll end up with these 2 pieces, okay? Now, this one's just been done in a variety of Christmas inks, which looks really cool. And it does say, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." And then you get the second piece, and it just slots inside like that. And then look at that, it stands up. How cute is this? Now, this is going to look great on a table centerpiece, great as a cake topper. It's going to look wonderful on a windowsill. You could set it in whatever color resin you want, gild it, add gilding flakes, whatever micas. But what I really want to do, and we might not have time to do it during this show, but I am going to do it at some point, is that we've got the wiry bottle lights, okay? Now, if you were to feed that wire in between all of the channels around here, then feed the battery pack out of it, fill it with resin, it will then light up. And you've got an illuminated Christmas tree filled with resin. That would look unreal. Now, something also unreal alongside this is that a mould that is of this size, and in fact, I'm just going to share with you the scale of this. Let me go and grab my ruler because you're going to want to know how big it is, right? So, I'm going to come back over here. From the bottom to top, once fully assembled, it has a height of just under 18 centimetres, so about 6.5 inches, well, actually 7 inches is the height of this. So it's a good size. But this is lightweight enough to go on the front of a card if you wanted to. It's going to look unreal, but also the other thing that's amazing about this is it's £14.99. £14.99 for today, a brand new silica mould that we have for you on the show. I love this one so much. I mean, I love Christmas. I know that you love Christmas. I know loads of you love Christmas at Christmas. So you could buy it now in advance for Christmas because this resin you can demould within 12 hours. And if you've got a heat mat, you can demold it in a couple of hours. So it's brilliant. It means that you can craft not only on that day, it doesn't have to be a week later you're demolding it, but you could be buying this, filling it with fondant, with chocolate, any of your edible food items. Just remember again, if you're going to be using food crafts, make sure to keep it separate from, of course, your everyday crafts. So we keep our resin away from our chocolate, because once you've popped a crafty item in there, it's no longer food grade. Even if you do thoroughly clean it, we just wouldn't suggest it. But this is going to look fabulous. Maybe you're going to do a wonderful salted caramel chocolate bar with this. Then you're going to cellophane wrap it. Maybe you're going to use your edible micas to dust it on top. Now, I need to let you know that a quarter of the stock of this is now in allocation, so sat within baskets, okay? This is flying, and before the show as well, it was already busy. And that's a quarter of the stock that we had left for the show for you, okay? So already this mould is going to go, all right? But it is wonderful. I do think it is going to be a firm favourite amongst all of us here at Highlight Crafts and you at home. You can see there again, look how cute this is. We wish you a Merry Christmas. That on a windowsill would look gorgeous. You know, on windowsills at Christmas, a lot of us have the candle arches, where we had some of these actually last year for sale at Christmas, and the wonderful archway with candles. How nice would they look in a windowsill with a battery-operated tea light behind it, creating a wonderful silhouette? Maybe just on a window next to a front door, something like that, or on your mantelpiece. I think that is going to look great. And what I love about this is that if you were to go into a garden centre or a shop and buy something like this, you may be looking at £10 to £15 for the ornament, and that's probably, well, quite a conservative price, an accumulated guess. But you're getting the moulds to make as many as you want. So you're not just getting that £14.99 for one thing, it is forever, okay? Now, any of you fancy being an architect? We're going to build our own houses. So what we have for you down here is we have a build your own home, okay? This is a huge mould. I love this so much. Now, the resin that you're going to get, of course, from Cadence will fill all of this to make a house, and you'll have some left. It is £27.99 for the build your own house. Now, I do have some elements already preset with this as well, so you can see how crystal clear it is. If I just grab some sections of our house, we'll go for the foundations, shall we? So this here in this mould is filled with Cadence crystal clear epoxy resin. Look at this. It is absolutely gorgeous. Now, crystal clear again. Imagine building this house three-dimensional with the Cadence resin and setting fairy lights inside it, or battery operated tea lights. It's going to look bonkers. Just pulling this out. Look at that. It comes out so easily and it looks gorgeous. Now, it will still have a slight flex to it before it's fully set, so just keep it laid flat on a surface, but then this can cure. So all of these elements will build up a three-dimensional, could be gingerbread house, it could be well, you could be using chocolate inside this if you wanted to. Make your own chocolate house. It would look so good. You've got all of the slots in here, so you've got the windows. So as you put it together, essentially, you're going to put the apex section towards the front, okay? You're going to put your walls, of course, to the sides like this, and then you've got the scalloped roof there to form, of course, the roof itself. So as you're building this together, you can visualize how this is going to look. Isn't that going to look so good? And of course, you just want to cast some of the elements a few times to be able to create that full three-dimensional aspect. But again, it says home on the front. It's amazing, isn't it? And this is a mould that makes this 3D house. I just think this setting, that crystal clear Cadence resin with gilding flakes inside it and battery operated lights, it's going to look absolutely fabulous on Christmas. Now, you could do that project time and time again, as many times as you want. You don't even have to do it once and then that's it, it's done. You're going to pay that $27.99 less than with your club discount once, and then you've got that mould forever. That's what I love about moulds, is that it's that initial investment, it's that initial purchase that means if you sell that casting for what, £25 once you've made it, you've already pretty much paid for your mould, and then all of the rest that come from there on, that's pure profit for you. It's just your consumables that you're putting inside there to actually fill the mould. So whether you want to make and sell, absolutely up to you. Right, that one is shop build, $27.99. We do also have our bauble sets on here as well for you. Now, these are great. I mean, these make wonderful gift tags on here. Now, we've got Joy to the World first. If I just turn these around, you'll be able to see slightly frosted because, of course, they set them in reverse. You've got Home Sweet Home, Joy to the World. You've got Merry and Bright. Look at all of this. Merry Christmas, y'all. I don't know why I said it like that. You've got all of these different tags inside here, but you do also include the blank one. Now, I would happily pay $15.99 for just the blank one because this is the one I use the most often, because that's one I set rice paper in, photographs, sentiments, personalised photos, all of that sort of stuff. Minecraft Studio designs, they can all be set inside the crystal clear one. But not only do you get all of the baubles, you then get the snowflakes too. Now, when you set them with mica powders, they look absolutely gorgeous. Look at these. And they're great as baubles on the Christmas tree, tags on your presents, because it's become quite a trend actually that present wrapping is now becoming almost as extravagant as the present itself. And I know some of us pop it in a gift bag, that's it, we're done. And if that's what you do, put a fancy tag on it. It looks really nice. And also the tag can then be kept. Loads of gifts these days, the tag is a sort of, oh, you put that on the tree afterwards. Whether it's a laser cut piece of wood, whether it's a mould, whether it's of course a clay embellishment, something like that, or a bauble, these are going to look great. So whether they're going to be for gift tags, for presents, for tree ornaments, or on the front of cards, they're great sized. All of those for you, that's Shop Joy, it's $15.99 for all of those, and you're going to get 8 castings from there. We then do have Deck the Halls for you as well. Now this one down here, also being at £15.99, is going to get you all of these ones inside. They're just going to flip that around so you can see some of the sayings. You've got Deck the Halls. You've got, oh, look at this one. Up there, you've got mistletoe. You also have inside there, it's a wonderful time of the year, and have a merry little Christmas. You've got all these different ones to craft with, and they do look brilliant. I absolutely love them. You're gonna love crafting with these. I know just for a fact. I can see them in everyone's home now. Shop hauls, £15.99 is going to get you all of those, again with the blank one, and then you do have your 2 snowflakes, utilising space. Back in stock for you, we've got the holographic moulds. Now these ones, they come in your festive shapes, but look at this mould here. Can you see the base of that? Oh, look at this. So if you're casting epoxy, resin cast, all of this transfers to the casting. It is unbelievable. Now, the way that it works, it's incredibly clever. You can see it dazzling and dancing there for you. This effect will transfer to the front of the mould, and it does it every single time. And you might be thinking, how does it do it? Well, etched into the base of this mould is all ever so slightly different angles, and it causes this light refraction that you've got there, and that transfers to the front of those castings, meaning if you've got your Christmas lights on your tree and these are just gently moving, you're going to create a dazzling effect. This mould effect here does not wear away, this doesn't tarnish, this effect will not disappear or dissipate whilst being used. It will retain its holographic film finish. It is incredible. Now these, we do not have many of them at all, okay? It's shop ornament. For this one, it's a speciality mould. It is £29.99, but you do also get 6 different castings in there. Great again for toppers, tags, and of course for your Christmas tree. Right, I'm going to run through just a few more moulds. This one is limited stock for you as well, just want to let you know that. Also as well down here, we do have for you these reindeers. This is your antler. Now, we've only got 3 remaining in stock, so we don't have a great deal of these left at all. It is shop antler for these ones, okay? You're going to get 3 different silicone moulds, and look at these. Aren't they just stunning? These are incredibly elegant. Now, you're going to get the 3 pieces in total, 3 separate moulds For $29.99, that's a great price. You've got your prancing reindeers, so you could string these all together. These could fly through the sky. They could be in a window drawn. They would look absolutely fabulous. And then you've got your freestanding ones, which of course, with your Christmas tree, creating a festive scene is going to look absolutely wonderful, isn't it? So you can put all of these together in your own colourways, your own complementary tones. It's entirely up to you. I wonder if the stand here would work with the reindeer. Oh, it would. So you can use the Christmas tree stand. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's it. I've just had a little bit of a brainwave there. So you could use the Christmas tree stand, then to stand up all of the reindeers. So cast a little element of the tree for all of your reindeers and they'll stand up. You could just do this one in clear so you don't even see it. And then all of those are going to actually stand up. How good is that? So you could even... Oh, okay, well, it's round, so it's probably not for the best. But look at that. So now everything stands up. Look at that. Oh, I like this. I'm playing with it now. That, though, for me, is a game changer. That means now all of your castings are going to stand upright. You could even use this for your cards. Do 2 of them and stand your cards in it. That is so good. Right, okay. A third of the stock of the Merry Christmas tree is now in allocation. Really, really busy for that one. Shop tree, £14.99. Yeah, pretty special. Right, okay, I was going to pop these to one side whilst I clear the decks. Right, need to let you know as well, you've been shopping ahead during the hour before we've got to it. The snowflake candle mould holders have just sold out. Okay, these ones are now fully allocated. So congratulations to those of you who managed to get it in your basket. Okay, now a few more items just to run through for you. We've got these wooden trays on the show. Now we do have them in the bundle. These are absolutely brilliant for pouring resin inside. Now you're going to get both of these, okay? You're going to get a pair of them for £9.99. Now I just want to let you know, we do not have many of these left at all. They were featured quite recently in a project inside our Highlight Crafts Academy Festival. Now, and lots of customers that came to visit us also bought a pair to take home. Now, £9.99 for both of them is a brilliant price. I don't know when or if we will be getting these back in stock, but what I'm thinking is that during this show, we do a resin pour inside the tray. So what we're going to do is I've painted the border of mine black already, and then we're going to mix different colours, and we're going to do like a wonderful beach scene or just a lovely sort of cosmic array of colours fusing together in the base of the tray. Now, it's fully sealed all around the edge. So then I thought, well, this is going to be great for resin pouring because it's not going to leak. So this is going to be perfect for this craft. If you've not got these already, they're at a great price, under £10 for 2 of them. They're about 10 inches square. In fact, I can confirm that size for you. Bear with. They are, in fact, so 9 3/4 inches. Okay, and the inside recess of those is probably going to be around about 9. Okay, so there you go. There you have it. There's your size, and they're perfectly square as well. You're going to get a set of 2 of them for £9.99. Love this stuff. These are great. Now, just before we do go to demo and have a little look, we do have in here in front of us quite a few other items. Now, these will all go into your resin or to decorate your resin afterwards. And I've seen we've been asked questions about fillers and additives to go into resin. I'm going to cover all that off for you at demo as well, because there's some stuff I wouldn't suggest putting in there because you want to make sure that your resin still sets nicely. So we have got for you the glitters. Now I'm just going to share with you one of the boxes because these are identical. Now the glitters themselves, these go into resin perfectly, okay? You get a wonderful variety of colour. These are limited stock, I'm afraid. I know we've said the word limited quite a few times during this show. It is a running theme, I'm afraid, at the moment because you're all shopping ahead. So congratulations to those who have got them. But when you put the glitter, this is the very same glitter you're seeing there from that collection. It sits inside the resin beautifully. It's one of my favourite elements to add inside the Cadence resin. That is the one that you get. Now we are also being asked, this one here for you, shop glitter, it's £9.99 for a 2-pack, okay, so you're going to get 18 glitters in total. Right, okay, so we're being asked, can you add Cadence paint inside the resin? Now, you can actually add Cadence acrylic inside the resin. It's okay to do so. Acrylic is a plasticized element, and epoxy resin is a polymer as well, so the 2 elements can be mixed together. I'm not mixing it together during the show. I'm using our epoxy resin dyes, as I do feel that you do get a better result when you're using an epoxy colorant, okay? but you can definitely give it a go and try. What I would suggest doing is using the smallest amount, okay, and doing swatches with it. Some colours will spread further, some will illuminate and be opaque, some of them maybe go slightly translucent. Just have a little play with them, see which combinations work for you, and as we go through more shows exploring with our Cadence resin, we'll do far more experimental processes, working with the ones with metallics, all that sort of stuff. But yes, you can mix them in there. It is an acrylic paint, so you can actually have a go with it if you want to do so. Okay, right, okay, so that was the glitters for you. Shall we head over, because it's 25 minutes in, should we go over and do some demoing? Should we do some playing? Should we do it? Okay, I'm going to take you all with me as well, and we're going to have some fun. Lots of you as well getting involved in the show. Let's have a little look for you. Thank you everyone for joining. It's a wonderful, wonderful day today. We've got lots to look forward to, and I hope you enjoyed your scan and cut show this morning. I know Stephanie and Amanda were there to join you. Mel is sunning herself in the Bahamas, I'm afraid. No, she's not. I don't know where she is, but she's not here. So we had, it was eventful, was it, Andrew? Andrew tells me it was a little bit eventful. I'm sure everyone at home may agree. I don't know. I'm not going to go any further. But all I do know is that we do have 3 shows for you today with the scan and cut as well. So look forward to 12 o'clock and 6 p.m. as well, because we've got lots of inspiration to share with you. And it's always lovely as well to see everybody else's personal take on this, because I know, for example, Cadence is a much loved brand, not only by myself, but by all of the team here at Highlight Crafts. And when everybody else, when Amanda wants to have a play, Mel gets involved, I celebrate that and love to see it as well, because actually I learn a lot from everybody else. I'm a visual learner, and it's nice to see everyone's creative input being put on a product. It makes a true difference, and it also inspires you. So maybe we'll see some new ideas throughout the day with the scan and cut, right? But also with Cadence, lots to explore. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, the bottles I'm working with are slightly bigger because they're the ones I travelled back from Cadence with me. So just to let you know, I've not put these in like an enlarging machine, okay? These are the ones that I'm working with. And also, it's been absolutely flying, and I didn't want to take any out of the warehouse to make any less for you to be able to purchase. So what we've got here is our tray, okay? And what I've done already is I've painted all of the outer frame and the inner recess of the frame black, just using a hybrid acrylic, okay? And I just let that dry for a couple of minutes. So that's our tray primed and ready to go. I've not painted the base of it, don't need to. You could paint it a certain colour if you wanted to, the resin to sort of reflect off it. Maybe you wanted it to paint this black, and then you're going to put like gilding flakes in there. It's entirely up to you, but this is the one we're going to go with for today's project. And we're going to see how it turns out, because I really wanted to do it live for you. And I didn't want to go, here's one I made earlier. I want you to see it happen in real life, because I think it's going to be fun for all of us. Right, okay, so first off, cup on the weighing scale. Okay, I'm going to pop it to one side so you can see us pouring this in. And you've got part A and part B. Now, I do have a cup of resin pre-mixed here. You've got around about, I would say, you don't want to leave it really any longer than about 30 minutes before you pour. Once you've mixed, you want to have your project established and kind of know where you're going to be going with it. But it's always wise to let it sit afterwards, just in case you have introduced any air into it through the mixing process. Now, part A is the one we're going to go in first. Remember, you can get yours during the show. It's back in stock for you. £29.99 is going to get you both 250ml bottles of that, which equates to half a litre of resin, okay, that you get in there, which is fabulous. Right, so what we're going to do is go straight in. There we are with part A. I'm going to probably put in around about 40 grams of this one. So you can do it by volume or you can do it by weight. It's entirely up to you. Both part A and part B weigh the same. So you can do it as equal measurements through that process. So when that gets to 50, there we go. We're going to go back down to 0, and then we're going to go in with part B. I also love the bottles that these come in. It's the same bottle for each size. Of course, it's just a different size bottle, but they always stay really clean. I don't get any drip marks down the side of the bottles. I find them really easy to craft with. So what I'm going to do is then, oops, I've just popped it on the outside of the bottle because I wasn't looking. That's fun. I expect some mistakes today, guys. So 39, we're going to go up to 50 again with this one. There we go. Lovely. Let's have a look. Now, we've been asked already, and I thought it may come because I've teased you all showing you the big bottles. Will we be getting them in? Now, the ones I'm working with at the moment were for demonstration purposes because they knew I'd be using quite a lot of it in the demos. I will ask if they can produce us some large bottles, and I will see what they say, okay? But I will get back to you on that. But great question. I would ask as well. So I expected a few of you maybe to ask the question, but don't worry, I will feed it back, all right? And I will find out for you. Right, okie dokie. Got a really itchy nose today. Why is my nose so itchy? And it's like, oh. Oh, sorry.
That means you're going to have an argument with someone.
An argument? Oh, no. Really? Is that what that means?
Yeah,
Apparently, right, okay.
you lose.
Our lovely Laura on camera, she said, Andrew says, right, let's go. Apparently, Laura says, apparently I'm going to have an argument with someone. I don't know who that's going to be. Oh. Is that what it means? I mean, I just thought it could be hay fever.
Probably makes more sense.
Laura, are you having an argument with me today? Me and Laura are going to fall out. This is it, it's going to be us. So what we do now is we start to do a gentle fold and stir, okay? Using just your stirring sticks. Now we do have measuring cups and stirring sticks together as a bundle on the show for you at a great price. But again, I'm just folding these in together. Now the kit of course, the actual mixing cups and the sticks, I believe, no, we're just going to find the details and pop that on the screen for you so you can see them. They are the pens. There we are. So it's shop mix for that. $19.99 is going to get you 50 pieces of your cups and then of course those sticks as well. And those pots are better than the one I'm using here for you because they are transparent. So you can see exactly what's going on inside there. Now you want to mix it for a couple of minutes, but you can see that I'm just gently folding it. I'm not whisking it together. It will go cloudy ever so slightly at first, and then the resolution comes back. Because as it starts to mix together, the two like epoxy elements, the hardener and the binder, they create like a strand almost inside the resin. It's like hairlines, and that's as they're starting to bind together. Now if you were to stop and just pour, your resin wouldn't set properly because they're not fully mixed, okay? It'd be kind of like if you were baking and you didn't mix your ingredients thoroughly. You'd have one section that probably wouldn't rise and you'd have one bit that was a bit doughy. So you want to make sure that your resin is fully mixed together, okay? And you don't have to do it for like 10 minutes, only a couple of minutes this one. It is really good for that. And then just give it a little tap down. Now this cup here, I've got a large portion. I mixed 100 grams of part A and part B. So we're going to use that one first while the bubbles that I've not really got any in there, but I've just gently mixed it in. I got a couple, but they will come to the top. So just leave it for a couple of minutes and we've almost like folded it together, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour a little bit inside this cup, decanting it out. So I've got 2 mixtures of resin there. There we go. And then we're going to add some colour to this one, okay? Sorry, what was that, Andrew? Okay, so any tips on stopping bubbles is a question that we've just asked. Now, sometimes it's almost impossible to not introduce them as you're stirring it, but it's always best to fold the resin instead of give it a thorough mix. You can see there, this one has 0 bubbles in it at all. There's not a single bubble in there, okay? That's because we do a gentle fold and then you leave it to sit for a few minutes before you pour it. If you've mixed stick together and you like proper whisked it and you thought, oh goodness, I forgot, I thought I was stirring my brew, and you've got all these bubbles in there, just leave it for a few minutes and let all the bubbles come to the top. Now, if you've not got one of these are really good, okay? Now, it's just a little cooking blow touch. Just be super careful if you've got one or if you're using one. I think it was like £10. But basically, when you've done your pour, blast it over the top and it will remove any of those bubbles. It will just pop them all. It's fabulous. So what we're going to do is start to mix some elements into here. Now, I do have the mica powders with me. We've got the packet form and I've got some in my bottles as well. So I'm just going to grab a wonderful golden yellow. I'm going to put that into one of these here. So I'm just going to take some micas, okay, just going to pop that in there. There we go. And I'm also going to mix in a little bit of bronze from our packet as well. Let's take some of this. And I'm going to use one of my stirring sticks. There we go. That wasn't much. To put inside here, just to maybe darken that down a little bit. Let's see what colour we get here with this. I want to try and create like a sand colour, but we've mixed the bronze and that golden yellow together. Gentle stir again, just to start mixing that through. And that yellow has just warmed that up a little bit. Now mica's mixed in resin, it just looks unbelievable. It looks so good. I always really, really like doing this. There we go. So gentle mix, just folding it through, circular motions, not wishy-washy back and forth because of course you will introduce bubbles. But look at that, isn't that nice? Okay, and then the second one, we're going to add some blue into here, but I'm going to add some blue colorant. So I've got some of my epoxy resin colorants just here. This is the blue one. So I'm going to take this out, pop a little bit of this just inside here. Oh, I might just need to pierce the top of that one. Bear with me, everybody. Let me see if I can quickly just take, there we go. No, Andrew, I added some of the mica powders. This one's just an epoxy dye I've got. But you'll be able to find them, I think, on the website. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to mix this blue in here, okay? So we've got the wonderful blue inside there. Then I'm also going to add some blue mica into this as well. So we've got the blue base colorant, and we're going to add, oh, look at that, it looks gorgeous. And remember, I'm mixing this into the Cadence resin. So let's add a little bit of blue mica in there as well. Just a little bit, just to add a little bit of sparkle. Just changes it up a bit. There we are. And the blue epoxy resin will just help lift that mica in there. It'll just complement the colour that we've got going on. So a nice gentle stir through. There we go. And we also want to mix a white one too. So look at that. That looks really good. Ooh, that looks dreamy inside there. So remember, I'm going to be using that wooden tray, so make sure to get those wooden trays in your baskets. They're already really, really busy for those, okay? Oh, I'm liking this. It's like mermaid resin. Look at that. Ooh, a third of the stock of the trays, everybody, is already in allocation. So we've got our sand, we've got our sea, we've got our top coat, and then we're going to mix some white. So what we're going to do is pop some of that white into here, well, clear into here, and I'm going to add some white to it, okay? So I've got some white alcohol ink. I'm going to pop some of that inside here like that and start to mix this one. So now I've got 3 pots of resin on the go. Here we are, gently start to mix that through. And you could add a pearlescent mica to this if you wanted to, but I'm just going to leave it white for now. Make sure to thoroughly mix these together, okay? A little bit more white inside there. This is so exciting, I can't wait to stop pouring. And then what I might do is with that little bit we've got left over is just add a deeper, darker blue inside it, okay? So I'm going to grab one of these blue alcohol inks, pop this inside here, and then I'm also going to grab, oops, drop that on the floor, a tiny little bit of black, okay? Oh, and I'm going to put the lid in there. Look at that. What am I doing? I can take the lid out of there. Always remember to move those collars, okay? I'm going to pop that out of the way. And then just mix this together. Now that black is just going to make this a really dark blue, okay? It's going to be very, very dark. It might even be too dark, but it don't matter. We'll be fine because I'm going to put some blue mica in there and lift it a little bit. There we are. Look at that. This is going to be so nice. Okay, so in this show, I really wanted to do you a full pouring project. Okay, so mixing this together. There we are. That's it. We started to get it now. That black is really deep. Now I'm just going to give you a really quick reminder as well as I'm just mixing this through, just to let you know there is a slight checkout issue at the moment. The team are working to resolve this for you. I'm sure it'll be resolved very, very soon. They've just got a slight issue with checkout, but you can add anything you want to your basket, keep it inside your basket, and then we will let you know as soon as it's been sorted. We will notify you whether it's through a show or we will contact and put out a message there for you. Okay, just to let everybody know of the situation. Right, okay, so just to let you see inside there, we've got our deep blue, our dark blue, and we've also got our sand and we've got our white resin. Now let's get crafting, okay? We're going to start pouring. So we're going to start with our deepest, darkest blue, and I'm going to mix that and start to pour it just here, okay? Going to pop it here in the tray. There we are. Oh my goodness, half the stock of the trays, guys, are now in allocation. We're then going to go in with another one of the blue, which is quite similar actually, but it's slightly lighter. There we are. So we've got this one here. Oh, look at those together. Doesn't that look nice? And then we're going to add a bead, a really thin layer of white. Just here, all the way across, like that. Okay, I'm enjoying this so much already. Okay, and then we're going to put in the blue again against this side of it, like this, and keep filling that through. Just keep adding that. Okay. I'm now going to add some more of the darker blue to that corner to start to push, because it will level out, it all self-levels. we're going to pour it from the corner, and it will create ripples pushing outwards. Okay. And then we're going to go in with the gold sand. Okay. Just going to use my lolly stick just to push up just to the edges. There we go. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. So Wendy's popped in the comments as well the measurements that she's checked for her trays as well. There we go. We're going to push that right up to the edge. Remember as well to use your gloves while you're working with this. Always wise to wear gloves. And then I'm going to start to pour the gold in from here. Again, I'm pouring it in from the corner, letting it flood out into this. Okay. Just completely let that flow. There we go. And look at this as they're starting to meet. Okay. So just gently tilting that through here. Now we can, of course, add a little bit of blowtorch in. And it's going to pop any bubbles on the surface. Okay, it pops any of those bubbles. There we are. But look at how automatically this is starting to slightly shift. Okay, so now we're going to go in with a little bit more of the gold. Add that down here. There we are, start to now fill this out. Okay, and then we're going to grab our white, because this is our shoreline, remember? So we're going to add our white directly to the top here. And then we're going to fill that down there, okay? And we're going to add a little bit more white to this line that we created a few moments ago. And then I've not brought a straw in with me, so I'm going to blow it well, with my mouth, but I'm not going to use a tool to do it, I don't think. Right, okay, so, are you ready? I'm going to get back, and I'm just going to pop my mic over here because I don't want to blow in your face. Look at how it's now starting to fuse into where the waterline is. I am loving this so much. Gone a bit lightheaded. Right, okay, just going to carry on. Remember to blow, not suck. You don't want to draw any bubbles, especially if you're using a straw. Let's go to the other side. Look at the mica coming through. Can you see it? Right, okay. This is looking crazy. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find the thinnest needlepoint brush that I've got. In fact, actually, I'm going to use one of these that I've got in my stash, okay? Not in my stash, but I'm just going to trim off a bit of wire. There we go. I'm going to find some of these little areas and just draw it up. Look at this. So it's creating those little bits of film, and that's going to swirl through. Look at this, and it's going to look nice. I'm just going to quickly grab my mic. There we go. So we've got this just here. Look at that. Oh my word. So now I'm just drawing it through. I'm going to work into the white as well, create these little sprays. If you can use a blowtorch, don't use it for too long because you'll form a film on the top. It's just to pop those bubbles. Okay. Look at this. And then we've got, oh my goodness, look at this. So we're creating like a veining in the water. This is looking stunning. Oh my word. I'm so happy with how this is turning out. Look at that.
Looks so good.
It looks cool, doesn't it?
So
Laura's
nice.
enjoying it as well. It's nice. And do you know what? You don't even need to stop doing this. You can just carry on. So it's almost like the shore is coming into the sand and the sand is going into the water. And you're creating this wonderful darted effect. And this is the black edge around here looks gorgeous. Now what I'm going to do is aquastone all of the frame once this is set, which I think will look really nice. Could use it in the matte or the gloss, which is the new one. And then we're going to go in and do a final blowtorch finish. So I'm going to pop this over the top, and that's going to pop any of those bubbles for us. Make sure to keep it nice and steady over the top, not for too long, but you'll see any bubbles just instantly pop like that. Oh my word. That is with Cadence resin, everybody. This is the difference. Cadence resin has an ultra high gloss coating to it. Now there is other epoxy resins that we share with you which are brilliant, and they all have different qualities to them. Now this, for me, is on another level, okay? As you can see Laura's camera in the actual reflection of this resin. It is, look at my finger, you can see the high gloss coating. It's ultra, it's like blown glass. It literally looks like we put a pane of glass over the top of here to create this finish. That there is going to be a project you are going to love and cherish and treasure forever, because once this is cured and set, and look at that, it's all contained within inside that tray. How amazing is this? That's going to go with the keys on there. Maybe a couple of fancy Prosecco glasses are going to appear on here in the summer out in the garden. Or, because of course it's a box frame, it can go on the wall. This can go on the wall as an art piece afterwards. It will stand upright. But you could also sprinkle some gilding flake over the top of here. I'm going to leave it as it is because I know what I do. I keep going. I carry on going further. And then I go, why didn't I stop? I'm literally going to blow over just one last time, just to get any more bubbles, because they'll keep coming to the top. They'll keep appearing. If you've mixed in lots of mica in there. There we go. And we're enjoying the heat. So, okay, everybody in the comments is typing shop tray. Unfortunately, that won't add the trays to your basket. You will need to type the word shop frame, okay? Because they are framed trays, okay? They serve a purpose as a tray and also as a frame. Now, I'm just going to wipe away any residue from the edge here that will form a lump or a bump, just to clean it down from. Someone has asked in the comment where I got my blowtorch from. Mel's desk. But I'm going to be completely honest with you. Mel's desk, but also Mel got hers, and I'll find out where she got it from. But you can get them in quite a few major supermarkets, and just be very careful as you're working with them. You can use a very hot heat gun to do the same thing, but a blowtorch, a naked flame, provides you with the best finish. And I can see just a few more bubbles. Keep going over the top, and it literally just pops them all. I hope it picks up on camera. I don't know if you can see it, but it literally is getting them all off the surface. It makes such a difference to your projects. I can't even tell you. There we go. Look at this. Now, this here is pretty much, oh, look at that. Oh my God, I'm getting them all out. This is amazing. Oh my gosh. You will absolutely love this. You really need to give it a go. Right, Davina has asked a great question. She's asked, how am I going to seal it? You don't need to seal this at all. All that you do need to do, though, which would look great, is I'm going to aquastone and seal the frame. Okay, I'm going to seal all of the frame because that's going to add to the glossy finish. But can you see how reflective this is? It's like glass enamel. And each time I go over with this blowtorch, any bubbles that are still coming to the top are being popped. Okay, it gets rid of all of them and it will create that glass finish. Also, if you've got any right up to the edges, it kind of melts it down and it keeps it all concise and contained. I think this is my favourite project of the year so far, guys. This is fun. This is resin at its best. But please, you've got to give it a go. Look how reflective and glossy and shiny all of this is. Oh my word, I like this white area here. That's where the waves are crashing up into the rocks in the corner. But you can create your very own look and feel. But I would start off with using some gold and some blue and white and make your own seascape, okay? Because you just got to give it a go. That there for you is the Cadence resin. Cadence resin art, whether you want to go over the top of a pour like this, take your acrylic pour, flood coat it over the top afterwards, and it will create a fabulous gloss glaze, which looks unreal. This one is yet to be done. But again, or you can go straight in and make a project like that. How much would you buy something like that for? And it was so easy to do as well. Now, we do also have some other clay resins for you on the show as well. We're going to just quickly talk to you around about these. Now, this is great for filling your molds with. Your resin is great for your resin art, so when you're making pieces like we've just seen. But for your epoxy large bulk resin, I'm going to suggest this is what you're going to fill all of those big molds with, okay? Now this here is 4.5 litres of resin. It's shop kit. It's £99.99. It doesn't just come with the resin, it comes with stirring stick, spatula, scraper and pipettes, gloves and mixing pots. So you get the entire kit together. Now the reason why this is so beneficial as a resin crafter or an everyday crafter is that when you've got your big molds, your big chunky molds to fill like this that eat up quite a bit of resin, you're going to want to use your big bottles, okay? Whether it's the chessboard, whether it's making that own house. This stuff still does dry crystal clear. It does also have a bubble resistance. This one also is anti-yellowing, so it's great for outdoor use too. So if you're going to use this one in the garden, it is not, of course, going to be affected by the rays of the UV in the sun, turning that resin yellow. It keeps it crystal bright and clear. You can also add lots of other fillers and elements to it as well. I would suggest as well, if you're shopping today for your large resin kit with £99 and 99 pence, when you do go to check out the different payment options. You can do PayPal Pay in 3, ClearPay, Klarna, whatever suits you as well to spread the cost, which means you can stay shopping with us, enjoying all of the latest offers and details of our brand new products whilst being able to spread the payments, okay? Those trays have been really busy, okay? Those frames, oh my goodness, loads of you have been popping these in your basket. I want to see your projects though. I want to see it when you make these. I think we need to do, if you're part of the Cadence Club, I think we're going to be doing resin in the last one for you. Right, okay, so we've got the frames. Shop frame, $9.99 is going to get you both. Those can go to this. That's what we just made. Look at this. How wonderful is that? And we made it with that resin. Now, this one here in the tray, because I've done quite a deep flood coat on that one, I'm going to leave it at least 12 hours before I even touch the surface. With that heat tool, it will have formed a sealed layer on the top, but for it to go to set right down in the bottom, you're going to be looking at about 12 hours, and then they say leave it a full week to 100% be weatherproof cured, okay? That means that you can't put indentations, impressions, or marks or scratches onto it because it's set hard. So 12 hours, you can demold, you can play with it, do what you want to do. But 1 week is where it's fully gone off and it's fully set. Some take a month, this one takes a week, so it's good. Sorry, do excuse me. Your Christmas tree mold as well, really busy for this one. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We only have 6 remaining of this one, guys. It has been really busy during this show for the molds in particular, but this one has really been a popular one. I know that we are probably going to be selling out on this one. Now, this one for you, it's 3-dimensional, it stands up, it's got a function, a purpose, and a craftable element to it. So this is a mold like no other. The one with this is that you can fill it with your different colorants, but I'm seeing this on Christmas cakes. Whether you're going to be doing big decorative chocolate mouldings from this, it's going to look incredible. It's only $14.99 though, and that $14.99, that initial investment that you make into a silicone mould, is the only one that you ever put towards that mould, because once you've got it, you then have it for life. You can cast it as many times for making and selling. Look how flexible they are as well. They're so easy to clean. And you do get the base with it too. So the base that pops out at the bottom there, it's just got a cross section that links in, giving it complete stability so it stands upright without toppling over. You also get the stand, which then fits other molds like your reindeer too, so everything can stand up, and you could do a full scene out of all of these together. It's shop tree, it's $14.99. Please though, do not miss out on this one. Now, another one that's also been proving very popular for us during the show, because I think again the scale of this is unbelievable. Fill this with either your Cadence resin or that giant epoxy kit. You get the roof, the frontage, the windows, and the base. You can see as you pop it together quite loosely here as an example how this is going to work. Look at that, okay? Look at this. So you can fill this with resin, chocolate, anything you want to make a full 3-dimensional home. Shop bill $27.99 will get you this one. Asked a question as well of how do you clean out those pipettes? Well, when you're working with resin, when you've got your pipettes, a lot of resin crafters use them as a disposable item. What I like to do is flush them through with hot soapy water until they run clean. Get a cup, don't do it in the sink because you don't want resin going down the sink. Cup of hot soapy water, washing up liquid's fine. Keep going with it, work like that. Use a baby wipe on the outside to clean it down. And then, of course, they should be good to go. Just make sure, of course, not to leave them full of resin because then they're going to dry and then you won't be able to use them again. Gloves, dispose of those. Cups, clean them out, wipe them out. Just don't put anything down the sink. Okay, you don't want resin down the plug hole. Right, I need to let you go though. I need to say goodbye because we've had a wonderful show, but something I do need to let you know of. As soon as that issue has been sorted with the checkout, make sure to check those baskets out, everybody. We will keep you updated on all of that for you. But next we have for you the wax seals, which I'm really looking forward to. Please don't miss that show. There's some new items on there for you. We're back with you with Scan and Cut at 12 o'clock as well. We've got a lovely day to look forward to, so don't go anywhere. Stay with us, have fun and happy crafting. See you later, everyone. Bye.